Welcome back to Supremely Black Podcast. This is your co-host D Rose, man. As you all may remember, for the people that have followed us, there was a Tennessee cop, Miss Maegan Hall, out of Vergne, that was fired based off of a lot of sexual relationships with the officers that she was employed with. Now, it was like five officers, I want to say. Three or so were let go. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it went viral. A lot of people had caught wind of the incident. The only individuals that weren't fired were the ones that had sex with her off the clock, so it wasn't actually on the clock. So to kind of give a little context of it is that the people that were fired were the ones that were, having sex on the clock, in the offices, in the patrol cars, in the gym, just wherever. They was clearly just wilding out with Miss Hall. So she has now filed a lawsuit. And so I'm sitting over here looking at this. And in her lawsuit, she has a new federal lawsuit and said that she was, make sure I get the right thing now, sexually groomed by the officers. Now, she's 26 of age. She blamed it on a troubled marriage, so she filed a complaint for the lawsuit. And according to her, in a 51-page federal complaint filed yesterday, she sought out role models in this particular job, but instead she found predators, people that were willing to prey on her, to use their hierarchy to get sexual acts from Miss Hall. Now, a lot of people, even myself, may wonder of where would she come from with this, because when you engage with threesomes, you engage with multiple people, that's, as an adult, that's something that you are willing to do, because it's not at one time that she said that anyone forced themselves upon her. She's saying that they use mental tricks to get her to agree with sex. I just want to know, what do people think about that? Because she's saying that she felt trapped due to mental illness, and also that she was going through a divorce. I'm just going to be real with you. It's kind of like this, man. If you just break it down in like regular terms. All right, we all, as men, have known women that wasn't the hardest to get any sexual favors out of, right? So you just talking and shooting the shit like, hey, bro, whoop-de-whoop. Easy, all you gotta do is get her sparks, or she want a blunt, or she just want to get out the house. Like, that's just what she on. This is something we started doing in middle school up to, when you super sexually active. So it's kind of like, are you only saying this because at this particular point you have to make up for what was being put out there? Like, in all seriousness, there's no issue that you like sex. It's just the only issue is that you lost your job, for one, and then you were married. And from my understanding, that her husband is from a very religious background. I think his dad is like a preacher or something like that. So I just think this is interesting, that this is the turn that she's going to take with it, because I don't really think that that's what that was, Ms. Hall, unless we see something different in these 51-page documents that you have filed. I mean, you said that you were feeling trapped and wanted to kill yourself. Now, like I was telling my homeboys, that does make the situation way different if that's the route that you take. That's kind of working your magic with your lawyer. If you know the game, you know how that goes. Now, you say that the only reason why, from the main officer, and I don't want to put his name out there, if you do the research, you will see exactly what's going on. But the main officer is someone that you said you wanted to cut it off with. However, he stated that he would kill himself in regards to the situation. So it seems like both you all was dealing with some mental health issues in regards to it. So somebody didn't want to let somebody go, or somebody lying. And we're going to get to see that when it all broke down. And we had talked about this in one of our previous episodes. I just want to know where this actually turns out to us, because she lost her job. So did the officers. They lost their job as well. And, I won't, you have to do a little research because I don't want to because it could all be speculation. But the officers of Powell, Lugo Perez, McGowan, and Shields were all fired over the incidents. The other officers were just suspended. So out of those 4, you would just have to determine on who was the main character. If you read the report, you would see exactly what's going on with it. But besides that point, I just want to know, do you all think that this is, like a fair foul type of thing? You think she just bullshitting because she didn't got caught up and this is the only way she can save face and sue the department if the way she used it, like the hierarchy, she felt trapped, she felt like they were playing on this, she threw in mental health. Those are all key triggers for a woman to actually win in today's society. Only tricky part to me is that you actually stated that the main character wanted to kill himself if you all quit dealing with each other sexually. I feel like that actually throws a curveball into the game that actually puts you at a disadvantage, because if he was that mentally connected to you that he wanted to kill himself based off of it, it couldn't have been him trapping you. It seems like you all trapped each other and really was loving what you was doing. So what's your thoughts? Do you feel like this is her last ditch effort to save face, make her husband look better? Do you think her husband was cool with it? Or do you think that this is really just a little freak that got caught in the action and that's just what it is? This is just a way to recoup some money, because most of the time when something like this happens, they will settle out of court and you're going to still get a little bread. What's your thoughts, man? Make sure you like, share, and comment. I'll be definitely interested to see what's everybody's thoughts on Miss Hall, especially for the ones, my Tennessee Supreme Black family members. Hey, definitely tap in. Let me know what you think about that, because we had a lot of people ask about it, if we were going to speak on it, and we did. I definitely want to know what y'all thoughts on this. Always, man, long live CC. I'm out.